Hey everybody, welcome to day 20 of our 21-day yoga challenge. We've been through a lot together and I just want to thank you for arriving on your mat again today. Let's go ahead and get started into our practice. So closing the eyes, dropping the awareness down into your body as you build your simple seated posture. Take the backs of the hands to the tops of the knees, palms facing the ceiling. Soften the fingers. Soften the center of each of your palms. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Breathing with intention today. As we lengthen the spine, crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling, sit bones root down into the mat. And today we practice with intention. We breathe with intention. We move with intention. Our intention is to create space in the body. To create space in the mind. And to create space in the heart. Linking all of these things together as we create space. We create connection with ourselves on our yoga mats through our breath. Mindfully inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Mindfully sitting tall in this shape on your yoga mat. Palms together at your heart. Pressing the palms together with intention. Returning to your natural rhythm of breath. And as we sit tall here in this moment, we intend to practice mindfully with intention. We breathe, we move, we practice with intention. The intention to create space in our bodies, our minds, and our hearts. To create space, we must let go of that which no longer serves us, no longer nourishes us. We take this time to nourish ourselves on the yoga mat so that we can be better humans off the mat. Opening your eyes into the room and untying the legs. Moving with intention, breathing with intention. As you tuck the chin, lift the spine up towards the sky. cat pose, and dropping down, cow pose. In this moment, in this time in your practice, linking the breath and the movement so that you can become more aware of how the body feels right now. And moving with intention, coming back to table pose. Strong spine, draw the navel back towards the spine. Long, strong spine, long, strong arms. Tuck the toes and press back with intention, downward facing dog. Coming to the tips of the toes, bending the knees a lot, crouching, downward facing dog. Shins, knees just hover above the floor. And extend, press back, downward facing dog. Crouching down dog, hover those shins just above the floor. Feel the legs and arms begin to tremble. And fully extend back into downward facing dog. Roll forward into plank, top of a push-up with intention, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Crouching down dog, bend the knees a lot. And extend. Plank pose, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe here, breathe with intention. And now moving with intention. Left foot comes forward. Rise up for a crescent pose. Shoulders drop down the back. Open up into warrior two, reaching forward and back. And now gaze over those front fingertips. And with the intention of creating space, gaze at that front thumb. Take that thumb into your forefingers and squeeze tight. Now imagining in that thumb all of the things you are ready and willing to release, to let go of, to create space in your mind, your body, and your heart. Hold on tight. And now slowly begin to soften the hand, open the hand, creating space in the palm. Creating space in the mind, the body, the heart. And all 10 fingertips come down to the floor. Strong high lunge pose here. Strong spine, navel back towards the spine. And press back into plank pose. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. With intention, bring the opposite foot, the right foot forward. Strong high lunge. And now lift for crescent pose. Hug the muscle to the bone. Link the breath with the movement, even with the stillness. And open up into warrior two. Gaze over that front hand. And now gaze at that thumb. Take the thumb into the forefingers and squeeze tight. Squeeze tight to this thing you are willing and ready to let go of. This thing, this situation, this feeling. Creating space as you soften the hand. Opening up the palm. Opening up the fingers away from one another. Moving with intention, all 10 fingertips down to the floor. Strong high lunge. Navel back towards the spine. And step back into plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pressing back. Coming into crouching down dog. Come onto the tiptoes and bend the knees a lot. And press back, downward facing dog. Come to the tips of the toes, drop the knees wide, cross the toes back behind you, the big toes, and come into child's pose. Reaching those fingertips up towards the front of the mat. Forehead comes to the floor. Softening the space between your eyes. Gaze up beyond those thumbs. Lift the butt, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet to the center of the mat and the hands to the center of the mat. Soften into a forward fold here. Eyes closed. Just opening yourself up in this fold. Opening yourself to yourself as you create space. Space as you breathe with intention. You lengthen in the legs. Hands come to the hips and rise. Standing in the center of your mat in mountain pose. Palms of the hands come together. Take the gaze down in front of the mat somewhere. Balance on the left foot and take the right knee in towards the body. Press the palms together with intention. And now swing that right leg back behind you and then kick it forward. Back behind and kick it forward. Focused, balanced with this new space that you've created in the body. You can find this buoyancy, this freedom to move. Moving back and forth, kicking. Knee comes into the chest. Place that foot back down on the floor. Have some fun with it. Take the left knee in. First we kick back behind us and forward and back. Maybe you're kicking something out, kicking something away, creating space in the pelvis, in the body. Good, and back to center. Knee comes into the chest and place that foot down onto the floor. Inhale, open wide. Fingertips point down towards the floor as the heart opens wide towards the sky. Palms together at your heart and fold all the way down. Hands come to the floor. Walk your way into plank pose. Top of a push-up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Sink back. And find some breath. Breathing into all those spaces in your body that you have created throughout our practice together. Stepping to the front of the mat or jumping into Malasana. And shimmying side to side. So now we create space by folding the body together. Drop down onto your butt and swing the legs back behind you. Feet come down to the floor for plow pose. You can take the ankles into your hands and balance here, or keep the hands on your back. That's fine either way. Creating space here as you snuggle up with your own body. And propel yourselves forward. Malasana, palms come together at the heart. And take a breath. Have some fun with this. Again, moving to create space. Breathing to create space. Letting go to create space. And swing back, plow pose. Snuggling up with your legs here. Belly button moves back towards the spine. And propel yourself forward, Malasana. Hands come down to the floor. You can step or jump back to Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come on down to your knees and all the way down onto your butts. Extend the legs out in front of you. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Create space as you squeeze the back of the heart. Hands come down to the floor. Fingertips pointing towards your butt. Soles of the feet come to the mat and lift for upward facing table. And bring the butt down to the floor. Reach the fingertips forward. Boat pose. Create space also by burning the rubbish. Practicing tapas practice. Fiery enthusiasm. Holding difficult postures, creating heat in the body, and burning the rubbish. Extend the feet, extend the arms, fold over those straight legs, and reach the fingertips forward and all the way back. Fingertips press down into the mat, point towards the butt, soles of the feet come to the floor, and lift up. Feel that stretch in your shoulders, draw the navel back towards your spine, and bring the butt down to the floor, boat pose. Change it up a little bit this time. Make it a little bit more difficult for your body. Maybe you were here on day one, and now you're here for a few moments. Find the extension if that's what works for you. Everyone extends just for a moment as we fold forward, releasing ourselves from boat. Reach forward last time. Open up the arms, moving with intention. Palms of the hands come to the floor. Soles of the feet come to the floor. Lift the butt. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Drop the head, but protect the neck. Last boat pose. Butt comes down to the floor. Extend into boat. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Build the heat in your body. Burning the rubbish, creating space. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, and fully extend, reach, and fold. Tuck the chin, roll up, and all the way back. Soles of the feet hit the floor. Open the arms out into T position. Soften the shoulders, the heart, the belly, and drop both knees to the right. And through center to the left. Beginning to make this transition into our Shavasana today. So make sure that you find a comfortable position. Make any adjustments that you need to make. And be intentional in this posture. Intentional with your surrender, with your physical body relaxing, your emotional body relaxing. And in this shape, on your yoga mat, breathing into all these spaces that you've created in your body, in your mind, and in your heart, as you soften even more. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Bringing life back to your body. Slowly, mindfully, with intention, roll into your right side and pressing up into seated. Sitting tall together once more, palms together at the heart, eyes closed. reaffirming this intention to breathe, to move, and to practice. To practice with intention, with mindfulness, and with the willingness to create space and to let go. You are beautifully made. Thank you so much for arriving on your yoga mat today, for practicing yoga with intention. Namaste.